Tell me about the Limp Bizkit concert. I don't think you and I have ever talked about that.
So the Limp Bizkit concert happened by accident, like total accident. And it just happened like the stars aligned for me for like 2 straight weeks. I had just dyed my hair blonde, which I was totally against, but it was a Raven thing for like months. Raven be like, yeah, you look like somebody that walks into a bar. Like, I have no reason to hate you or like you. And let's face it, not many women are going to take you home. I'm like, oh, jeez. Like, you're a good worker and everything, but you need a bleach blonde hair and a brown beard, like Michael Hayes, and right. And this went on for weeks, and finally, like Paul said, like, can you just appease him and dye your hair blonde and grow a beard? I go, I don't even know if I can grow a beard. So this transformation takes place, and we're in Peoria, Illinois, and it's supposed to be me and Sandman in a singles match. Sandman is just like, he's not ready to perform because he's Sandman, right? Like, and it had to be a bad episode because, I mean, there was only one thing worse than wrestling Sandman when he was drunk was like wrestling him when he was sober, because like at least you knew he saw 3 of you when he was drunk, and like he would throw the cane and try to hit the one in the middle. Like when he was sober, he still saw 3 of you, so he just swung this way, and but he couldn't perform. So the event promoter comes over and goes, hey, there's a band next door, like they want to do something, would anybody be interested? And I'm like, I don't have a match. And they're like, yeah, it's over in this the other part of the arena. I'm like, oh, okay, we have like 1,500 people at ours. And I'm like, oh, okay, must be like a local band or something. And they go, well, only 2 people can go, so pick which 2. And I'm thinking like, well, I could take Jack, but like I feel like we should film this. So I took Gabe Sapolsky, and I just told Gabe, I said, I don't know, do we just film this thing and like see where it goes? And I said, once the elevator closes, I'll just start working, and whatever happens, happens. And we go up there, and I'm in my singlet, right? Like I'm ready to wrestle. And I think I'm walking into like a bar, and we meet the band real quick, and the one guy is like the guitar player or the bassist, like he's really into wrestling. It was cool. And then like the lead singer, who I'm going to talk to or do my thing with, goes, he had no time for me. He was just like, oh, all right, I'm sure he's done this before. But I'm like, man, big shot here. He doesn't want to talk about anything like. And
so wait, you didn't know it was Limp Bizkit?
I had no idea. Yeah.
Did you know who they were, or you just didn't know that was them?
No, so I didn't know who it was, and I had never heard of Limp Bizkit before, but I had heard of the I did it all for the Nookie. So yeah. We start walking, and I was told like they'll give you a signal when it's start walking away. And we get there, and all of a sudden I hear like I'm like, man, I know the song. I swear I heard the song on the radio. I'm like, it's give it all. And I open the door, like the side door, and this woman pops up, and I don't know what she was on, but man, she's probably just coming down now after 23 years. And she looks at me, and she's got these eyes, and she goes, and I just look at her and I go, hey, you need to go to church, right? And so like we're off and running. She just, she's just stunned. And like, think about it, like you're high as a kite at a Limp Bizkit concert, and you see me in bleach blonde hair and a singlet walking in your underwear. Concert. Like, yeah, I'm surprised. Like, yeah, she didn't just freak out. So I come around and I'm looking. I'm like, yeah, this isn't a bar. Oh, damn. Well, like it's an arena, and I'm like, oh yeah. No. So I'm like, okay, I can't show I'm nervous on this, and I get up on stage, and like it's a real stage. I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I thought, okay, this is good. We could probably put this on the syndicated show or clips of it, but I can't curse, because if I curse, then they're just gonna bleep it out. And I'm like, well, I could promote the TV show and this and that. So I had something in mind, and it was basically like, I'm gonna be the heel, but I'm gonna be a total sellout too. And it just happened. Like Fred was just, every other word was a curse word out of his mouth. So like, I'm just you watch me every Friday night at 8 o'clock on, TNN. And yeah, I insulted him. I made sure everybody knew my name. And and at the end, I was just like, oh, okay, that was pretty cool. And the next week, I get a call from Heyman, which I never got calls from him, that said, yeah, this thing's kind of blown up. And I'm like, oh yeah, we'll get some heat off it. I'm 26, I don't know. And I show up to the ECW arena, and then there's I get interviewed by MTV News asking, like, was it real? And I'm like, of course it was real. This guy, like, this rock and roll, like, you should be listening to Britney Spears and the Manilows, and I'm just working. And I come to find out that I guess, like, MTV called the manager and said, like, hey, some wrestler jumped up on stage. Was that, like, planned? He's like, no, I had no idea, because no one thought to tell him. So for a week, it was like, I just kind of went rogue, and and then I just became, it was such a big deal. And it just happens, like, a week later, Dusty comes to ECW. The stars aligned.